All right, what is up, guys? How's it going, Blue Foundation? Good to see you. Let's get this. I can leave the phone up. There we go. Yes. Wonderful. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another Deep Red Alliance episode. I appreciate everybody jumping on in. Thanks for everybody's support to the channel. I am always grateful. Thanks for hitting the like on the way in. Thanks to any new subscribers to the channel that are helping us grow. And of course, thank you to any new members to the channel. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I am not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. I am always wrong, but the Blue Foundation is always right. This is the worst show with the best community, and I'm so grateful to the best community jumping on in. Silver Days hitting the like on the way in. Edward in the house. My JR, what's up, dude? CTDK, what's up? XRP Hustle Hard, good to see you. And Johnny Craig in the house. How's everybody doing? Much love to y'all. And guys, thanks for the support on X as well. It's at G_DLT1. I appreciate you guys following us on X as well. And of course, in the description below, thanks to those who have been joining us on Ember app and using the referral code to mine some extra Satoshis. Guys, I won a big predictions, with my Satoshis on Ember app this past weekend. Loving playing the predictions game on there. We're going to have to do a dedicated episode of just Ember strategies eventually for those who are using the Ember app with us. But we won big over the weekend on some of the, football games, some of the soccer games going on. Very fun just playing the predictions there while mining some Satoshis passively. Headed to the moon. What's up, Sean Hankins? Appreciate you. Dude, I'm excited for this early December. We are finally out of the Mercury retrograde that went from the 9th up to the 29th. We start Cyber Monday in the deep reds. Gotta love it. I scooped up some more X cryptos. Had to scoop up those X cryptos. Scooped up some energy friendly cryptos. By the way, today we have a top 25 most energy eco-friendly green revolution ready type of blockchain projects. So we're going to be going over those for the deep reds today. Don't forget to hit the like button. I appreciate that, Edward. Yep, double tapping the screen. That's all y'all need to do. I appreciate everybody's support. Quentin Miller, Green Giant jumping on in. David in the house, good to see you. Greetings to you. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful Monday. We already got 29 viewers to start. If we can get 29 likes to go right off the bat, that would be amazing. I am so grateful to y'all. What's up, Mosaic? Good to see you. Appreciate you. But yeah, guys, we got a top 25 eco-friendly blockchain projects that we're going to be going over today. Yeah, can't wait to go over them. Definitely some surprises. Definitely some not so surprising, right? As I've been saying, for the past couple of weeks, we have shifted over from, just scooping up anything that's within the deep reds to now just focusing on the X cryptos, the decentralized recovery cryptos, the ones that provide decentralized storage as well. We have been focusing on those laser focus, just chipping away like ninjas. We got a new profile pic. Hopefully you guys enjoy that, because now we're the blue ninjas, man. Now we are the blue ninja, without a doubt, with the golden eyes. What's up, that one guy? Appreciate you jumping on in. Edward in the house, Silver Days coming in. Guys, how about we get started with this top 25 list? I'm going to go from the bottom to the top, right? We're going to start off with Wax Protocol here. These are cryptos that are eco-friendly, right? Green revolution ready, right? We've been talking about the green revolution that is coming in 2028. We are years ahead of the game here. We are, prepared, but we're also, we have been studying. We are, educated on this, because people, dude, Elon Musk just came out saying, Bitcoin is true and true currency because it is based on energy. Oh man, dude, get ready for this guy to flip-flop. I can't believe that people actually take this man seriously, right? Everybody cares about what Elon Musk has got to say. What is he going to do? All this stuff. What is DJT going to do? What are the people in power going to do? It doesn't matter, man. What is this tech going to do? What is this tech going to do to change our freaking worlds, change our lives, right? We're not dependent on freaking people here. We're not dependent on anybody else but ourselves over here, the Blue Foundation, right? So we're getting started with Wax Protocol right here. WAXP has an X in the ticker. Gotta love that. Carbon neutral project at number 25. Already has some pretty good NFTs built on it as well. Kind of a quiet crypto in the past year or so. If they melt silver to liquid form, it's Ripple Blue. Ooh, interesting there, one guy. I love that. How's everybody doing? Appreciate y'all. Yeah, guys, never over investing. Everybody has this all-in mentality, this FOMO mentality. We don't FOMO. We just find a way to chip away every freaking single day. That's what we do. That is for sure. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Back to it. Sorry, guys. Had a little interruption there, but back to it. Let's see what else we got. But yeah, just chipping away every single day, little bits at a time, without a doubt. We got, so yeah, starting off at 25, WAXP protocol, WAXP, carbon neutral project here. Guys, you know, the energy intensive usage for Bitcoin mining, this, you know, it's basically becoming like an energy arms race. And already China has a way big lead on this in terms of Bitcoin. Most of the Bitcoin in the world is mined in China. This is a huge problem. And by the time the green revolution comes around, because 2026 is going to be the year of the sun, the year of truths being revealed, right? There's going to be a ton of speculation as well in this year. We're going to have probably our last speculative bull cycle before we go into the year of judgment in 2027. That's when we probably get our regulatory clarity. That's when we finally probably get our regulations, guys. So it's going to probably take another year for regulations to be coming on through in the crypto space. So we're going to be preparing, chipping away, getting X cryptos, getting decentralized recovery cryptos, getting decentralized storage cryptos, cryptos that are NIST cryptography aligned, right? Because if you're going to really be dealing with the big money, you have to have cryptography that is NIST approved or aligned, without a doubt. What's up, Big Zig? Good to see you. B Zig, good to see you. Appreciate everybody. Blue Castle in the background. Yeah, building up. Dude, SHX is a freaking deal right now. It's in the double zeros. Gotta love that. Low value. SHX. We got blue roses just stacking on up against that blue castle. We got our blue dragons flying around. Tons of blue dragon symbolism going around in this space, without a doubt. What is behind me? The blue castle, man. The blue castle. That's what it's all about. D Curry, good to see you. So let's continue going on. So we already said our number 25 WAX protocol in terms of carbon neutral blockchain. We go to number 24, Aptos, APT, optimized validator ecosystem and efficiency for Aptos. Very fast smart contract platform. Looking to be one of those Ethereum killers, right? We got a ton of cryptos on this list that are trying to be these Ethereum killers. What's the symbolism of blue? The blue is a spiritual number. It's an anomaly. It's an otherworldly type of color. That's the symbolism of blue. It's also very eco-friendly, right? The color blue. We're going into a blue world, without a doubt. You know that song? I'm blue, die. I got a blue house. I got a blue castle with the blue dog. Blue is the color. Right? Blue are the streets and now the feet are too. Something like that. Yeah, which might imagine having blue feet. That would be freaking crazy. Shout out to you, David. But yeah, the blue rose in particular is an anomaly in nature. But blue in tarot even means like otherworldly or spiritual type of color, right? Getting ready for a blue world up ahead, man. They're definitely showing a lot about blue in the future, right? The blue ray, right? The blue eyes white dragon, right? Let's keep going. We got Aptos, number 24, optimized validator efficiency. Then we go to SUI, the SUI network, right? Blue crypto as well, low energy usage for SUI, right? Guys, we're talking about these energy efficient cryptos because it's not going to be an energy arms race in the future. We're going to be so conscious of what we do to the earth, what we do to the planet. We're going to be climate friendly. We're going to be eco-friendly in 2028. It's going to be all about the world. And we're not going to have time for, hey, as much as we love Bitcoin, we're going to see that there's other alternatives that are much better and much more efficient And then Bitcoin in the future. Doesn't mean Bitcoin's going to go away. It's just not going to be the top dog anymore. It's not going to be the main focus anymore. That can be a great time to be scooping up some Bitcoin maybe in the future, right? Because there's going to probably be a massive crash due to this energy, due to being more energy efficient. But right now we're in an energy arms race, and in the future, that's not going to be necessary, right? That's going to be something that we're going to have to put aside, right? And start thinking about the planet, start thinking about how to be eco-friendly, right? They're going to be making people drive electric cars. They're going to enforce regulations on gas in a big, big way. Gas is going to be basically impossible to afford. People won't be driving their own cars. They'll be driving these autonomous vehicles that'll pick them up and take them to their locations, right? I mean, if you guys don't know about this type of stuff, NTT Data has shown it in all of their awakening videos. On our X, we have a pinned message that is the awakening of the banking industry by NTT Data, the awakening of the telecom industry, the awakening of the automotive industry, the awakening of the healthcare industry. Those will blow your freaking mind of where this thing is going, right? So we keep moving forward here. We got Harmony 1. 1 is ONE. Harmony 1 is an energy efficient sharding consensus and energy efficient crypto, number 22 on this list for now. Shout out to you, Law, with Dovu. Gotta love Dovu in the HBAR ecosystem. Jumping a little bit ahead of me there, man. But yeah, love the HBAR ecosystem and every freaking digital asset that's in that ecosystem. But let's keep moving forward with our energy efficient, eco-friendly, primed eco-friendly top 25 list. We've already talked about Wax Protocol, Aptos, SUI, and One Harmony One. We move into the Internet of Sensors, the Internet of Technology type of crypto here. VeChain, very low energy usage, and creating hardware, creating sensors that are actually used in real life, used by the UFC to give them stats or like information and details on the level of the impact of punches, right? The speed of punches, right? To record a lot of things with these sensors. And if you've been watching those NTT Data videos, sensors will be everywhere. You're going to have sensors and machine-to-machine talking, right? Communication like never before in this freaking future, right? Why are we talking about these eco-friendly cryptos, right? Why are we talking about energy efficient, eco-friendly cryptos? Why aren't we talking about proof of work? Well, the energy efficient cryptos are the ones that are best positioned for CBDCs, AI economy, and future regulatory adoption. The regulators, especially if they're going to be extremely focused on being eco-friendly and climate friendly, climate efficient, they're not going to want to deal with mining anymore. You're going to probably have these mining camps or mining, places. Sorry, I forgot to mining farms or stations. They're going to be probably heavily taxed, right, on their usage of electricity, and thus how they're mining their Bitcoin, right? This is going to be a big effect. I don't know if it's positive or negative for Bitcoin, right? Because that just means it's harder to mine, right? But also means that the value of Bitcoin could be higher, right? But we know Bitcoin is basically all about using energy to crank out more Bitcoins, to do what Bitcoin needs to do. There's public information for you to see how much energy Bitcoin itself uses. It uses more energy and electricity than freaking countries do. Massive countries do. This is a big problem, and it's going to be dealt with by these regulators in the future. This is why we're talking about eco-friendly digital assets and ones that do more than just token transfer. We're talking about ones that have regulatory aligned consensus or efficiency or cryptography. We're talking about ones that use a lot less energy. They're either proof of stake or DAG based, right? This is the new age of blockchain. This is the next evolution where we go from proof of work, the AOL, dial-up mode, into a more efficient internet and a more efficient situation here. Yeah, VeChain, VET, definitely liking where VET is going. Dude, VET's got a presence in the US, right? A pretty big presence in the US, and it's definitely all over Disney owned media, right? Where you're seeing VET being used, in particular with UFC, but we know about their relation with DNLV Group, BMW, and they probably have a lot of NDAs where they keep their mouth shut about other, companies and projects that they're probably partnered up with, right? All right, so let's keep going. We go into the top 20 now. We're at number 20, Flow Chain, FLOW, very light energy usage for FLOW. This one draws a good amount of volume with it as well. So FLOW, I don't really own any of this digital asset, but it's definitely done some things during bull cycles, and I expect it to do something during this bull cycle because it's a light energy. Dude, there's people who are also investing and preparing for the eco-friendly green revolution that's coming, right? So some people are probably jumping in on Flow and some of these other assets that we have mentioned. All right, now we move forward into CELO, CELO, carbon negative initiatives for CELO here. CELO has been mentioned by the World Economic Forum, right? CELO is a token that, is kind of very hush hush, very quiet, and it's a carbon negative, has carbon negative initiatives. So this is really big for CELO. We move forward into the TON ecosystem, or Telegram, right? If you want to call that. I'm surprised to see TON here in the top 18. TON is a low energy efficient crypto. Uses, low energy usage for any of these is a good enough, reason for why there might be speculation going towards some of these digital assets. It also has some upside down triangle symbolism. And if you know about that type of stuff, that's a very big, powerful symbol for the elite. And TON, we don't know what a bull cycle looks like for TON at all, right? We don't know what TON or Telegram is going to be doing in this next bull cycle. They have a ton of users, right? There is a ton of users of the Telegram ecosystem. I'm not a really big fan of Telegram personally. I'm already using like other social media stuff, and I'm trying to stay as unplugged from those social media platforms as I can. Like the only two I really use are X and Instagram, basically. And I just try to stay as unplugged as I can for both of them. I only try to put what I think is necessary to put up on those, and then I'll like uninstall them from my phone, right? Until I need to do something else with them in the future, right? So, we're trying to, live and, not being dependent on AI, not being dependent on our phones, not being dependent on the internet whatsoever, because that's going to help us be prepared for when the power grids go off, when they decide to turn off the switch and then turn it back on, right? To go into this green revolution, right? Chris has issues in the house. We got Green Giants stepping on in like Mo Zerps. Chris has issues. El Prey, good to see you, man. Silver Days in the house. Much love to all of y'all, guys. Much love and respect. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday and coming off a wonderful, Black Friday, Thanksgiving weekend. Hopefully you guys had a lot of fun and got to relax, got to recharge, got to scoop up some deep reds, chipping away little by little, right? We certainly did, and we're starting off this Monday hot, man. We're freaking more bullish than ever, dude. It continues to be red, even though we just came out of the retrograde, but I'm excited for this December. I'm excited for this first half of December in particular. We have some interesting astrological dates coming on up. I like December 2nd, but apparently we have some really big astrological events on the 4th through the 7th, right? And then we're going to see, the winter, we got the winter solstice, right? Where light starts to come in, more light starts to come in day after the 21st. And, of course, we got the New Year's and then the Christmas, right? But this first half of December looks like it's going to be some fun in terms of relief rallies, right? I'm excited to see possibly new releases or truths being revealed, right? That's what the astrology has been kind of saying. So December looking like it's lining up for a pretty big month. I'm not going to say like, moonshots and, bull cycle is happening, but I'm expecting some relief from the selling pressure that we have been experiencing, right? If not, 2026 is just going to be the most amazing bull cycle we've ever had, guys. After a whole year, basically, a whole year of bearishness, absolute bearish activity and sideways activity. 2026 is lining up to be such a massive year, the year of the sun. Let's freaking go. The light will be revealed. We're going to have the sun coming in strong, right? Cryptos that have to do with the sun, right? Things like Solana, things like Flare Networks, right? Are going to probably be doing some interesting things. Nice hat. Yeah. Oh no. Come on, Mix. You know it's not Xbox. You know it's not Xbox. I love that everybody does think it's an Xbox hat though, because of the, we get it, the black and green, right? But we definitely know it's not the X. It's not Xbox for sure. What's up, Nathan? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you, Nathan Stevens, coming on in. Good night, y'all. Back to work. Need more XRP. Chris has issues. No days off, man. No days off, my man. Always just scooping up deep reds all day, every single freaking day. She is Moonfeather. What's up? Good to see you. Appreciate you. We were just talking about the astrology in December, right? Very excited for this first half of December as we go into the solstice. It's written in the stars, man. Who cares what these charts are doing? Who cares what the talking heads are saying, right? Nowadays, it's just people like, hey, I know I'm doing this myself on a freaking phone, but I don't do it every freaking day. There's people who just talk about nonsense, right? Day in, day out on a freaking microphone. They just like to hear themselves talk and talking about stuff they haven't even actually experienced, right? But hey, it is what it is. That's what they like to do. We're doing what we like to do, hanging out with the Blue Foundation here. Shout out to you, Michael Parks, right? Dude, you get people like talking about esoteric ass stuff, right, in front of a mic, and then they look like just freaking like dolls, right? They look like all glammed out. It's like, okay, you're talking about like, trying to be eco-friendly, trying to be this, trying to be that, but it seems like you spend a lot of time with a freaking air dryer or blow dryer, right? Seems like you spend a lot of the time. I mean, out of the Cyber Monday is also, oh, interesting. Shout out to those. Blessings to all those as well, Mix. Appreciate you. Keeping an eye after Neptune goes direct 12:10. Let's go. Very excited. First half of December, man, we got to get some relief rally coming in. By the way, the big star not doing too bad. The big star not doing too bad, man. We're going to talk about the big star in just a second as we go down further down this list. Let's keep going. We got ICP, Internet Computer Protocol, right, at 17. Optimized compute per node on the ICP. Very energy efficient. Dude, ICP released a big product with caffeine.ai, and it's still sub $10, still sub $5, right? ICP, not too bad, right? Pretty close to a full stack crypto, actually, for ICP. So not bad right there. You want to, dude, if your digital asset that you're invested in is close to being like a full stack, like in-house, like one-stop shop type of platform, that's very good. That's very good for enterprise partnerships. That's very good for banks. That means there's less hoops to jump through, right? So the closer your freaking digital asset is to a full stack, whether it's providing data, tokenization, identity, streaming, cloud storage, all decentralized, right? KYC, right? All within the protocol, the more likely this project is going to be a freaking powerhouse, especially in terms of speculation, but chances of real world utility as well to last for the utility cycles that'll be coming, right? All right, so let's keep going. We got XCH, Chia network at very low energy digital asset, very low supply digital asset. It's got an X in the front of the ticker. Gotta love that. Gotta love that, right? Nightly Creams in the chat. What's up, man? Yeah, AXL still stacking. Been buying since 20 cents and gonna buy more today. Easy to get. Dude, yeah, this is probably the easiest it's ever been to get some AXL, the bridge of bridges, right? We've been talking about the bridge of bridges at around, 14, 13 cents. Looking prime. Dude, I think AXL is going to probably go past like $10 in this next bull cycle. I kid you not, man. Dude, AXL has made some of the most bullish partnerships and connections during this bearish past couple of months. In the past 3 months, where it's been the most bearish, AXL has bridged XRPL, XLM, SHX, and HBAR. I mean, dude, that's like, you already have two of the prime members or founders of the Decentralized Recovery Alliance. And then you got the IPFS of the Cosmos ecosystem with it. I think that's really big. What's up, Mosaic? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you jumping on in. Shout out to everybody here. Quentin Miller in the house. But anyways, let's keep going on with the list here. We got Concordium next. Concordium is carbon accountable, right? They got a carbon accountable consensus. CCD is the ticker. They're in the top 15 on this list. That's pretty freaking crazy to see that coming on up. I don't really own any CCD, but I do like knowing that it is carbon accountable and carbon efficient. or carbon neutral, as close to carbon neutral as it gets, right? We're trying to get, we're trying to get the cryptos that are full stack, provide decentralized storage, KYC natively, and, can definitely provide decentralized recovery, right? And then being eco-friendly, that's a chef's kiss as well. What's up, Sam? Good to see you guys. Appreciate everybody. Yep, get that SHX dip. Dude, Sam, we were already talking. I know you just jumped in, man. I know you just jumped in, but we were just talking about SHX and how lovely it looks like, right? Appreciate you telling us what to do, but we already talked about the blue bricks, man. Dude, I mean, you see this blue castle? We're stacking up blue bricks every day. I get dog star rewards every single freaking day, right? Then I just throw into some SHX. I get some, aqua rewards every single day that I just throw into some SHX. I get some faux rewards, right? The Phoenix DeFi hub that we get every single day, and we throw it into some SHX, right? So I don't even have to spend my fiat on freaking SHX, man. I just use my rewards to get the SHX and stack that up, get some XLM and lumens to stack that up, right? Because we know Lumen is going to be freaking massive, dude. The show Severance literally has a corporation that's called Lumen Corp, right? And then what? Remember that movie Elementals that was released a bit ago, talking about Ember Lumen, talking about Wade Ripple, right? So definitely got to be stacking up some XLM in that ecosystem as well. XLM is going to probably be the retail-facing digital asset. XRP will be for the banks, and we're going to be very, very lucky to own both of them. We're going to be very lucky to have these digital assets. Speaking of, we're going to start going into some X territory very soon, but we got to go through IOTA. IOTA at 14 right here on the top 25 list. IOTA is basically near zero energy usage, as close as you can get, right? This is the Internet of Sensors, Internet of Things type of technology. Super quiet, super hard to freaking get. Very, very difficult to get some IOTA or MyOTA, right? The silver must glow. There we go. I love that. Bloopity bloop, right? The silver must glow. The aqua must flow. And hell, I'm a gold guy. I know a lot of y'all are silver just because it's a lot easier to get ounces of silver, and you think there's going to be probably a better rate of return or rate of interest in terms of silver. I'm very much just a gold guy, but I do like, precious metals in general. Silver, of course, copper, right? Palladium, right? There's plenty of other precious metals that are just all of them undervalued, man. I got both gold and silver. Gotta love that RPM. Gotta love it. IOTA's at 9 cents now on Binance US. My gosh, dude. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing, Michael Park. They don't know what they're doing giving us 9 cents IOTA. My lord, dude. People think IOTA is dead. People think IOTA is not even freaking relevant, right? Silver's got that utility, right? But yeah, gold's got that spiritual utility, man. I don't care what you do with your materialistic utilities. I care about that spiritual utility, man. And gold is the spiritual utility. Nah, I'm just playing, man. I know, dude, silver and gold are going to both kill it, man. Silver, gold, and X cryptos. Gotta love it, Quentin Miller. Let's go. Bradley, shout out to you. Maybe some crystals start, types of crystals start getting expensive too, right? What's up, Ford F and Ranger? Good to see you, man. Appreciate everybody coming in on a bullish Cyber Monday, right? Everybody's crying about it being deep breads. We're just grateful, man. We're grateful to just keep being able to, dude, our $5 is getting more valuable every time they keep taking it more red, right? Every time we're chipping away, those chipping aways are going to have bigger impacts in this bull cycle, without a doubt. Opal, nice. Good to see you guys. Silver looks sexy in my mind, especially them 10-ounce bars and coins. Nice. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, being able to like just hold that, a fat like silver bar or something like that. I hear you. Silver's got that utility. Yep. Shout out to everybody. Much love to all of y'all. Let's keep going. I think copper is very undervalued, by the way, too. I think, for a lot of the wiring, right, in this digital ecosystem, copper is going to probably be moonshotting too, man. Zahao is super cheap. Dude, Zahao, XAH, man. People are sleeping on. Dude, nobody knows what XAH could do in a bull cycle, right? I'm not saying I know, but like we've never seen it in a bull cycle. It's only been released. during the bearish times. Just like TON, right? Just like TON, like we were saying, right? Some of these cryptos got released during this bearish cycle, and people are sleeping on them, right? Because they just haven't seen the history. They haven't seen what its previous all-time high was during a bull cycle, right? But things like XAH and Evernote are going to kill it because they're absolutely essential for the XRPL ecosystem. For XRP to be going to its high prices that it needs to go to, XAH and Evernote need to go along with it and need to be, paired along with it to provide a ultimate micropayment, micrologic, microdata economy, right? So very excited to see where those are going to go. Let's keep moving forward. We got XDC network, another one of those Ethereum killers. XDC is an eco-friendly, enterprise-ready solution here, and love seeing that it's eco-friendly. Dude, they keep this one on the hush-hush big time. You rarely hear anything about XDC. R3 loves XDC. R3, by the way, guys, has started talking about not using Ethereum because it gets bloated with overusage, right? The gas fees. They're talking about using Solana, right? And what do they keep quiet about? XDC. What was their first choice, or like one of their first choices was XRP, right? But then XDC soon followed as well. SBI, right, likes XDC as well. XDC has already got its hands in with being prepared for CBDCs, being AI economy ready, right? Being ready for future regulatory adoption, right? So XDC at top 13, energy efficient, eco-friendly crypto here on our eco-friendly list for today. Next man up, we got Avalanche AVAX, got an X in the ticker, gotta love that. AVAX, low energy crypto, right? Oh yeah, XDC is definitely the legendary underdog, man. Without a doubt, RPM. I mean, I don't know. They don't know what they're doing. I think they think that we're gonna psych ourselves out of XDC, but like, dude, I just get more and more bullish. The longer they just keep keeping XDC here and not like making it go into a bull cycle, right? A lot of hype around ZBEC. Yeah, dude, ZBEC, ZBCN definitely got a lot of hype. I don't really try to pay attention too much to what's going on with X or anything like that. But yeah, XDC, ZBCN, I liked it more when it was in the triple zeros, and I'm just holding on to what I got from the triple zeros. There's other digital assets that I like more than ZBCN at the moment, but I don't mind holding on to my ZBCN that I got at triple zeros and then just seeing where it goes from here. Right? Love all the collaborations, love it going on to Uphold, love what it's been doing during a bear cycle, man. That means ZBCN is going to probably do some massive numbers in this next bull cycle. If you send the GateHub version to Zaman, you can use the teleport function to convert it. Nice. If you store it on Zaman, you can use the DApp balance adjustment. Yeah, I've been getting been basically staking my Zaman. Gotta love it, man. Making my Zaman work for me, right? Yeah, Evernote was 64 cents. Without utility, gotta love that, man. So excited to see where those digital assets are gonna go, right? So excited to not have to pay for a Zaman, membership or Premier thing, because, if you get a certain amount of Zaman, right, you don't have to worry about like recurring payments or something like that for premium usage or something. Problem, we have been waiting on bank monies, and yeah, banks have no money. Well, they don't have the money yet, right? Banks have no money yet, but they have been hoarding a ton of gold, right? They've been hoarding a ton of gold and precious metals. The banks definitely know what their end game is going to be. They're going to be transforming into neobanks, into the internet of banks, right? The new IOB, the internet of banks, right? We're the internet of blue over here. Imagine, for example, if XAH hits some 3-digit number, getting 4% would be sick. Oh, dude. Ford F and Ranger. I'm not even like XAH is one of those ones that it's just such early days. I'm not touching that one for like 5 to 10 years, man. I don't care what it does in this next bull cycle. I'll just cash out the rewards, right? If I need them, right? Hopefully I can cash out other rewards and just let that one just keep building. Yep. No fees. No fees. Yeah. It's a very, very small supply for Evernote as well for EVRs. Gotta love that, man. All right, Anyways, let's keep moving on. Atom token, that Cosmos ecosystem, dude. The FUD is its greatest right now with the Cosmos ecosystem. You even have people within the Cosmos ecosystem just giving up completely on the Internet of Blockchains, right? You got the IBC, inter blockchain communication. Atom, I think, is being set up for an amazing, amazing bull cycle. The whole ecosystem, AKT, Osmosis Zone, Celestia, IXO, dude. I put up a post today on the blue butterfly that blew my freaking mind, dude. This crypto has like what 100+ million supply, right? That is, I don't know, like in the 00 range in price. They had a post of this photo of this like Singapore team that had on the backdrop the Gates Foundation, AWS, and IXO, right? That is freaking fantastic. IXO is a silent blue X crypto, right? It's an X crypto with the blue. Gotta freaking love that. The blue butterfly, man. I gotta get some blue butterflies on this thing. Gotta get some blue butterflies on this thing. I'm very excited for IXO. BNB and Kronos. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I like Crow more than BNB. But yeah, BNB and Kronos, if that's your play, hey, I think it'll do probably well in this next speculative bull cycle coming up. Cosmos FUD is insane. David Schwartz is bullish. So, dude, yeah, I can't believe that people are so bare. Like, Tendermint and IPFS is still one of the best, like, and long last, like 100% uptime type of freaking, the Internet of Blockchains has just been growing. Like, the usage is still there. Dude, this thing does DeFi, with the best of them, right? And when people get all excited about DeFi again because it's a bull cycle, we're going to be cashing out rewards that we have been building during this bear cycle while people are going to be locking up their stuff, right? And not be able to undelegate it for at least 2 weeks, right? And by that time, the bear cycle will be over and they're going to be losing some freaking money because people love to chase freaking pumps, right? We don't love to chase pumps. We don't chase green candles. We buy in the deep reds. Once again, not a financial advisor, not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. I am always wrong, but the Blue Foundation is always right. This is the worst show with the best community, and I'm so grateful to the best community jumping on in right here. Just hold it on Zaman, hit that balance adjustment, and start collecting. Dude, I love it, and you get to see the little micro payments coming in on that balance adjustment, giving you a little taste of what the future is going to be like, right? People are underestimating the micropayment economy that is coming, man. Not the Blue Foundation. We're not underestimating the green revolution that's going to be freaking coming. The super eco-friendly, climate-obsessed focus that is going to be coming, right? We're not freaking sleeping on, what's it called? Micropayments, Internet of Data, right? Data centers turning into data cities, right? Everything just being super eco-friendly, energy efficient, food efficient, right? Guys, there's too much gluttony. There's too much freaking, over usage of stuff without freaking caring about it, right? You're going to start you're not going to only get an idea of what the scarcity of these digital assets are, but you're going to be getting the idea of the scarcity of other things in our freaking globe, right? It's going to be freaking nuts, right? And we're going to be so lucky to have these digital assets to not only help ourselves, but to help others. I sound like an EVR and XAH fanboy, but it's seriously overlooked. Oh, dude, without a doubt, Ford F and Ranger, it definitely is massively overlooked, right? Think about how many users there already are for Zaman, right? Just because of XRP. And XRP needs XAH and EVR. It needs it. It needs XAH's smart contracts and hooks. It needs Evernode's compute, right? You combine all three of those, you get an awesome micropayment, micro data economy. Ripple put aside 600 million XRP for XAH. Ooh, beautiful. Gotta love it. Ford F and Ranger dropping some bombs on XAH. Gotta love that, man. Feeling good about that. All right, let's keep going. We got Solana. Yeah, dude, Solana's a top 10 energy efficient, eco-friendly crypto. You already have R3 saying they're moving away from Ethereum to Solana. Keep getting used to hearing that statement. We are moving away from Ethereum to Solana. We are moving away from Ethereum to XLM. We are moving away from Ethereum to ADA. We are moving away from Ethereum to HBAR. We are moving away from Ethereum to VeChain. We are moving away from Ethereum to the Cosmos ecosystem. We are moving away from Ethereum to the Polkadot ecosystem, right? I know someone who ran 60 nodes, and after many months, it only used 8% of one's evers as a fee. Damn, dude. Ooh. I know Bagman's running a good amount of nodes, man. I know Bagman's going to be very, very wealthy off his ever. I unfortunately don't have any nodes for evers. I've just been accumulating the token. But dude, if there's a way to, I'm sure Bagman has a tutorial on it, man. I want to try to find out a way to do an Evernode node. I'm doing the teleporting right now. It's so cool. Let's go. Yeah, man. XAH, man. People sleeping on it big time. Right? Tony Bags, what are we dropping there? What's the token? What's the token you're dropping right there, man? What is that? Bloop, Wheats is low-key rockstar. Zaman is pretty wicked. Yeah. Dude, Wheats Win talked like crap about Ethereum in the early days too, man. He's like, yeah, you know, it might seem like a lot of people are building on there, but what are they actually building? What is an actually useful product that they're building on Ethereum outside of something just for hype and for freaking money, right? But let's keep going. Let's keep moving forward. I mean, dude, VeChain and TRX and Tron migrated away from Ethereum in the early days because they saw what was going down. They saw what was going to be bad. Dude, the founder of the Big Star, right, was part of Ethereum in the early days and left because he didn't think it was going to be successful, right? It gets bloated during high usage, right? People are going to figure this stuff out, man. And the gas fees are freaking terrible, right? Honestly, like, you have digital assets that are just as secure, if not more so, eco-friendly as well, right? And better secure, just better security overall, right? So I understand Ethereum's got that first mover advantage, but get used to hearing, R3 is already saying it publicly. We are moving away from Ethereum to Solana, right? Get ready to hear the DTCC saying these type of things, right? Because we know the DTCC is really big on Ethereum, right? Ethereum is going to do great, by the way, in this bull cycle, in this speculative bull cycle. BTC and Ethereum do amazing in a traditional financial system bull cycle. But when we start going into the green revolution, and it is an eco-friendly world, and it's a climate-friendly world, it's all about the earth, and it's all about energy efficiency, right? And about fast, instant gratification, right? Micropayments, microtransactions, smart contracts that are highly efficient and cheap, right? That's when we're going to start seeing the migrations away from Bitcoin as a value transfer and, store of value, and Ethereum in terms of a smart contracts freaking, king, right? Blue Foundation can keep stacking. Appreciate you. All good, Ford F and Ranger. We appreciate the education, man. Yeah, circulating a supply of Evers is about 42 million. That's freaking crazy, dude. Imagine the 450 people being able to hold 100,000 tokens. It's only 17 cents right now. Oh my gosh, man. I know, dude. You're already making me want to FOMO into some EVR, man, because we know what's going down. The graphic is some interdimensional portal vortex thing. Very cool. Awesome. VIAINTI. Nice, Tony Bags. Nathan, where do I find balance adjustment in Zaman? I don't see it. I think you hit X apps. You hit the X apps button, and then you'll see balance adjustment. I think that's how you do it, Max. All right, let's keep moving on. We got Near Protocol at number 9, dude. Near Protocol. The end is near, right? You've heard that statement probably before. Near Protocol is a certified carbon neutral blockchain. So this thing is already built for this green revolution. And dude, this crypto did not even really do much in the last bull cycle. They are keeping this one super hush-hush, super quiet. It's got major NVIDIA connections as well. They have major Solana connections, major Oasis protocol connections, major connections with the Decentralized Recovery Alliance. Near Protocol is definitely a powerhouse in the making here. We could be seeing very well the new Solana, right? Remember, we talked about Solana at a couple of dollars, $15 when we did our deep dive on it, right? Near Protocol is like what? $1.90, $2, $2.50. This crypto has a chance of being one of those next triple digit in value digital assets. zero knowledge proof king, and already a certified carbon neutral blockchain in the top 10 of the eco-friendly digital assets. All right, let's freaking go with some more here. We got Polkadot. Oh, I appreciate that. She is Moonfeather. We have been, trying to open up more and more our pineal gland and our third eye by doing daily meditations and, reading and trying to stay unplugged, being grounded, putting our feet in the grass, absorbing some sun, right? Trying not to run from the sun like Dracula, as the new Tame Impala says. Can you believe that, dude? This dude becomes a popular figure, and all of a sudden he's enwrapped in the elite and starting to do little freaking mind game jingles. I don't know if you know the song Dracula by Tame Impala, but it's like a major hit, right? And in the lines he goes, "Run from the sun like Dracula." So you have like a bunch of people just saying that song to their subconscious. So when what happens in 2026, which is going to be the sun, right? The year of the sun, you're going to have a lot of people retreating from the sun, staying indoors because the sun is causing stuff to people, right? So they're already trying to get you to be pre-programmed to run away from the sun, right? It's freaking hilarious, man. And all the Dracula symbolism that we've seen in media as well in the past couple of years. The movie freaking Dracula, and then like 3 other movies about Dracula and vampires, right? TV shows about vampires. What We Do in the Shadows, right? Trying to make people all freaking vampires. Give me 1 second, guys. Dad, I'm working right now. I'll be back now. Why? All right, I'm sure you heard that in the background, but hopefully I wasn't too late. But anyways, how far do you think SHX can rise? I need about 350. I need SHX to hit about 350. No, I'd be happy with the 10 cent SHX personally. But just for everybody else in the Blue Foundation, including those who maybe chased the pump and didn't get opportunities at triple zeros, I would love to see about 350. Right, just like a little inside joke with the Blue Foundation, but need about 350. 350 SHX would be fantastic. All right, let's keep going, guys. Guys, I'm so grateful for the support to the channel. By the way, we're gonna keep moving forward here. We got Polkadot in the top 8. Polkadot is a highly energy efficient blockchain. They got their own Parachain ecosystem going on. They're one of those hush hush projects as well. They got offices in Switzerland, right? So Polkadot, very excited to see where Polkadot's going to go. DOT, it's been around for a good bit. Solana taking a lot of its thunder, but there's a lot of development going on Polkadot as well. You're going to probably hear people saying, hey, we're migrating away from Ethereum to Polkadot, right? So DOT in the top 8 in terms of energy, eco-friendly cryptos. Now we start going into the X era cryptos here. We got Tezos. XTZ is a low carbon footprint self-amending blockchain. Tezos is one of the quietest freaking digital assets in the space. It's a blue crypto. We love our blue X cryptos right here. Nobody likes talking about freaking Tezos, but they are the ones that have such high quality NFTs on their platform. They have video game NFTs from Ubisoft, right? And Bungie, right? Or not Bungie, but Ubisoft, right? Doing digitals on the Tezos blockchain for NFTs. So you have enterprise gaming NFTs on Tezos. You have uranium on freaking Tezos already for over a year, right? And you have freaking Dubai real estate and others on Tezos. You have successful CBDC pilots on Tezos. People are sleeping big time on XTZ, right? What with your head and those dots? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Jeffrey, what's up, Silver Days? Good to see you. So yeah, Tezos XTZ has been one of my favorites, dude. I totally see this thing going past $1, and it's like probably one of the easiest smashes for me, like on chipping away daily, dude. My $5 gets me about 10 Tezos. 10 freaking whole Tezos, whole numbers of Tezos. If I can get up to 100 Tezos or 1,000 freaking Tezos, I'm going to be a very happy man in this eco-friendly future. They have been keeping this one hush hush. It's done its thing in all the every bull cycle. Tezos ends up doing some stuff, right? I'm very excited to see where this X crypto Tezos is going to be going. The subliminals are literally everywhere, right? Not only in basketball, soccer, baseball, F1, right? You got high security rankings from Coinbase about Tezos, right? So very excited to see this one being a top 7 eco-friendly digital asset. Moving on, we got the big star. We got the big star at number 6, right? The XPX over here, eco-optimized storage and compute, right? Within the protocol. This crypto is one of the only, if not possibly the only, full stack solution for blockchains, right? And it's an eco-optimized storage and compute. Can't get enough of this freaking digital asset. Super excited to see it within the top 10, top 7 of our eco-friendly list here. Very, very excited and bullish on this project. We're moving forward. We got HBAR. HBAR, Hedera's ecosystem. HBAR is in the top 5. Dude, this crypto can provide decentralized recovery, right? HBAR, very fast, quick, efficient payments, low carbon, and extremely energy efficient blockchain. It's a DAG technology, right? HBAR, kind of considered to be possibly the next evolution of what digital assets and crypto are supposed to be, right? People calling HBAR a Bitcoin in itself, a type of Bitcoin in itself, right? We've had an ETF released for this digital asset during this massive bear cycle, during the retrograde, right? This Mercury retrograde. Very excited to see where one of the founders of the Decentralized Recovery Alliance is going to be going. Guys, and once again, I can't stress the importance of decentralized recovery. If you're going to be working with enterprises and banks, and they have some, issue with the transaction, the fact that these projects can provide decentralized recovery is massive. VIAINTI at 0007 looks pretty good. Love you checking out for those 000 digital assets. Let us know what the utility and what its purpose is and what it's trying to solve. I'm very excited to hear about that, Tony Bags. What else do we got here? Evernode dashboards, there's a rich list too. Doesn't take much to put you in the top 200 of 35,000 Evernode holders. Damn, dude, that's amazing. Shout out to everybody. Appreciate everybody. All right, so HBAR in the top 5. Then we go into XLM. XLM is an extremely low energy usage digital asset, and then the next man up is XRP. So 3 and 4 are XLM and XRP right here. XRP with negligible energy consensus, right? Dude, basically the first one to go, hey, we need to be eco-friendly. We need to go opposite of mining, right? You have former developers of Bitcoin leaving Bitcoin to go work on the XRPL. And you had Jed McCaleb, who founded XLM, part of that XRPL creation, right? Saying what was wrong with Bitcoin, right? Coming up, dude, it was originally Jed McCaleb's idea of like, yo, Bitcoin has a possible dead end here because it's way too energy intensive. Its use of electricity is too much. We need to start thinking in an eco-friendly direction, right? We need to possibly think about doing a pre-mine instead of using energy and resources to mine all of this digital asset, right? How about it's just already all out there, right? How about it's all out there, right? And that's, it's a capped supply. It's committed to the algorithm, right? There will only ever be 100 billion or 99.9 billion XRP. There will only ever be less than 50 billion XLM. Very excited to see where XRP and XLM, the Coca-Cola and the Pepsi of the future, the back end and front end of freaking digital payments and what they're going to do in the future. People forget about XLM's and XRP's connections with Visa and MasterCard, the front end solutions. But not only that, all the freaking banks that they have connections with and payment providers that have tested them, used them, right? So this is really big to see them in the top 5 for the eco-friendly list. We also got ADA Cardano, academically verified efficiency, at number 2. Believe it or not, ADA is number 2 on this eco-friendly list, right? Academically verified efficiency, peer-to-peer or peer-reviewed upgrades for the blockchain. No hard forks required for ADA, right? To upgrade, that's a big thing for Tezos as well. No hard forks, right? And a lot of these in the top 10, top 5. But to be self-amending or to be peer-reviewed, right? And ADA is basically like a freaking slow-moving turtle, but a powerhouse, man. Powerhouse of a project right here. Cardano, ADA, academically verified efficiency. So gotta love that in the number 2 spot. And then I'll let the Blue Foundation guess what number 1 is in terms of the eco-friendly digital cryptos. Topsy, dude, I'm not talking about X cryptos. I'm talking about this is with this is with the AI that I collaborated on this list. There's definitely ones that I would throw XX Network on there, but in my top 5 X cryptos, it is XRP, XLM, XDC, XPX, XTZ, right? And then XX Network is 6th, probably, SHX, I know it doesn't have an X in front of its ticker, but SHX would probably be 7. XPR would probably be number 8, right? So we'll go with the top 8 of the X's. But yeah, I definitely love XX Network. Don't get me wrong, man. I've been accumulating at a penny for a good long while, man. I'm pretty happy with my XX Network bags at this freaking point, right? But we're talking about a top 25 eco-friendly digital asset list right here. Did DAG make, dude, unfortunately, DAG did not make it onto this list. But once again, the AI can make mistakes, right? I don't happen to agree with, a good amount of the cryptos that are on this list, but hey, it's the AI just giving me its opinion. Maybe I should have asked it to do some deep research, but I'm not paying for the deep research, right? But I still think it sparks some good discussion, right? Topsy, yep, ALGO is the number 1 on the top 25 list. It is the, first carbon neutral blockchain, right? That itself makes it a Bitcoin of carbon neutral, eco-friendly cryptos. ALGO, top 4 member of the Decentralized Recovery Alliance as well. Highly energy efficient, pure proof of stake digital asset right here. ALGO, I think, could go past $10 in this next bull cycle, and look where it's priced at right now. This is fantastic. A fantastic opportunity for ALGO, and love seeing it on the top in terms of the eco-friendly, ready for the green revolution that's coming in 2028, when it's all about the earth, when it's all about taking care of planet Earth. How perfect timing for their 2030 agendas, right? To be super eco-friendly by that time, right? 2028 is going to be the year that we are so globally conscious of what we use, what we waste, right? We haven't been talking about that too much in the past couple of years, right? Get ready for this to come around. Recycling, taking care of the earth, littering, all that type of stuff. You're going to probably be penalized heavily if you're not recycling or using solar energy or using, electric vehicles, right? This is going to be a really, really big thing as we get closer to 2030 here, you guys. Yeah, HBAR is in the top 5. HBAR is in the top 5, right? Planet Earth, yeah. If ALGO hits 10 cents, I will reaccumulate, right? Yeah, ALGO's a beast. I mean, dude, X402 is not that hard to implement for a lot of these, micropayment, super energy efficient, fast transaction, type of digital assets. I'm not trying to say X402 is not like relevant. It definitely is. It's a $10+ trillion opportunity for X402, but it's not like, let's say if you have a digital asset that has come out X402 enabled already, doesn't mean it has a one-up on a digital asset like XLM that can implement X402 onto its blockchain. It's not like it's extremely difficult for this blockchain to do so, right? It's not like it's extremely difficult for ADA to do so, or HBAR to do so, or Tezos to do so, right? So yes, we love X402 cryptos, but it also means like some of these Dino cryptos, it's not that hard for them to probably implement X402. And hell, a lot of these Dino cryptos already had in mind AI to AI payments, agent to agent payments, machine to machine payments. They've already had that in mind since the beginnings, right? So them implementing X402 or being X402 enabled is probably not going to be that big of a deal, right? To implement. DEVVE, that sounds pretty interesting. Is that a crypto? Tell that to India. DVVE is XRP's biggest comp. What does that even freaking mean? All right, I wrote it down. I'll check it out. Too bad it doesn't have an X in front of its ticker, man. Can it provide decentralized recovery? I'm interested to know if DEVVE can provide decentralized recovery. A0 is going to shut the project down. Fair warning. Ooh. Okay, so A0 is, I mean, dude, that's why we never overinvest, man. We can talk about it in the deep reds, but dang, dude, that sucks. Sucks to hear that they're going to probably be shutting the project down. Sucks to hear. Is what it is, you know. That's what happens when you work in the deep reds. But once again, we don't have to go big on the deep reds. We just go little by little, and then if something like that happens, you know, we take the L. But luckily, we didn't overinvest, right? Luckily, we were just chipping away. Some people lose that mentality and they freaking overinvest because they're like, oh man, he keeps talking about it in the deep reds, right? And then they overinvest and then they get mad at me. Like, why did you keep up bringing A0 up? You know, we need to get the official announcement and confirmation that it's going to be dead, right? But, you know, very sad to hear. Hey, it is what it is. Only thing that makes me worry about ALGO is the SEC calling it a security, no official lawsuit, but still, that's very interesting, Bezig. Yeah. You know, we'll see. I mean, that was the previous SEC, though. Like, we'll see what the current SEC thinks about it. Maybe they did that as a mind game and FUD, right? Maybe that was just really big FUD to get people out of ALGO. Dude, we know about its CERN connections, man. And when you're connected to CERN, that's a big freaking deal. It's also part of the founding four of the Decentralized Recovery Alliance, right? I mean, dude, HBAR is very excited with their collaborations with Algorand and ALGO. Right. So, you know, I'm thinking that sentiment is going to probably change. I'm thinking that was a mind game type of thing. You know, but I definitely want some ALGO regardless. I want like a solid stack so I can put it to staking, put it to work, make it work for me. And then we'll see what ends up happening in the future when regulatory clarity does truly come around. And we definitely get to know the lay of the land of what, you know, what is approved and not approved in there. Yeah, I think it's probably a mind game type of thing where they, you know, the previous SEC administration calls it a security, but then, you know, this next one or, you know, future ones or whatever, when they come around with regulatory clarity, the viewpoint is changed. But anyways, guys, that was the top 25 eco-friendly list for this stream today. Once again, happy Monday to all of y'all. Happy Cyber Monday. We got some deep reds to be, you know, scooping up. I scooped up X cryptos today. I scooped up some TRAC today. Dude, TRAC is at around 40 or so cents. Tezos is at around 40 or so cents. I am scooping up some X cryptos. I am scooping up, you know, eco-friendly cryptos, Internet of Sensors cryptos, supply chain freaking tracking cryptos, decentralized storage cryptos, KYC, KYT, KYA, KYB freaking cryptos, cryptos that are as close to a full stack as possible, cryptos that are NIST aligned. Oh, you scooped up that? Topsy, you got some of the big stars. Shout out to you, my man. Much love to you. Gotta love that. Gotta love that big star, dude. I'm excited for it for sure. My plan is staking as well, XRP, HBAR, ALGO, etc. There we go. Hey, the best time to be staking is right now before the bull cycle comes, because then we just have to cash out our rewards, and then we just hopefully get our initial and then some just by cashing out rewards, right? DAG and HBAR tech gets faster and more efficient the more that they are used, supposedly. I mean, dude, DAG's data integrity is second to none, right? DAG's data integrity is second to none. Right? Constellation's also part of that Decentralized Recovery Alliance. I can't stress how important this alliance is, guys. They might very well be the chosen digital assets, right? If you cannot provide decentralized recovery, good luck running billions of dollars in volume daily through your blockchain, right? If you are not NIST aligned with your cryptography, good luck having big banks and governments and institutions relying on your blockchain technology for payments, right? What's the best place to stake in your opinion? Thanks for your, I'm not giving advice here, Donald. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. I am always wrong, but the Blue Foundation is always right. Thoughts on Jupiter? I love the Jupiter aggregator in the Solana ecosystem. If Solana is going to be killing it, things like Ray and Jupiter are going to be going freaking bonkers. We don't know what a bull cycle looks like for Jupiter, so Jupe looking very nice as well. Good question there. Best place to stake? I mean, dude, there's multiple places to stake, Jonald. You can stake your Zahao on Zaman. You can stake XRP through FXRP with the Flare networks, or through what's it called, Doppler Finance. We can stake our Cosmos ecosystem cryptos through the Kepler wallet. We can stake our Rose, Blue Roses, right? The Oasis protocol through the Rose wallet. We can stake our HBAR through the Hashpack wallet. So there's different places to be staking, without a doubt. I just try to go to the native wallets of those ecosystems to stake, right? Yeah, Jupe is going to definitely, I mean, dude, decentralized exchanges for these DeFi ecosystems, like Osmosis Zone for the Cosmos ecosystem. Obviously Flare for the XRP ecosystem, I suppose. Hashpack and Saucer Swap. Dude, Sauce has been listed on Coinbase during this bear cycle. Sauce is an awesome liquidity, platform on the HBAR ecosystem. That one is the premier DEX of the HBAR ecosystem, right? So Jupiter is the premier DEX, or Radium is the premier DEX for Solana ecosystem, right? These DEXs are going to be amazing during this bull cycle because centralized exchanges are going to be shutting down, right? They're going to be overwhelmed by the volume, overwhelmed by the activity. These decentralized exchanges will not, right? So we have to be aware of the decentralized exchanges for all of our layer one cryptos, the ones that are the native ones, because those are the ones that'll be up and running and allowing us to convert our digital assets into stable coins, right? So guys, anyways, we are past the hour here. Let me go through a really quick a review of the top 25 eco-friendly list. Hate it or love it, it is what it is. This is what the AI told me, and this is what we're going to go with. So we have WAXP, Wax Protocol at 25. We have Aptos at 24, SUI at 23, Harmony 1 at 22, VeChain at 21. We have Flow at 20. We have CeeLo at 19. We have Ton at 18. We have ICP at 17. We got XCH at 16. We got CCD Concordium at 15. We have IOTA at 14. We got XDC at 13. We got Avalanche at 12. We got Atom at 11. We got Solana at 10. We have Near Protocol at 9. We got DOT at 8. We got XTZ at 7. We got XPX at number 6. We got HBAR at 5. We got XRP at number 4. We got XLM at number 3. We got ADA at number 2. We got Algorand at number 1 for the eco-friendly cryptos. This means these are the cryptos that are best positioned for CBDCs, AI economy, and future regulatory adoption. Is not going to be a mining future. There's not going to be an energy arms race anymore, 2028 and beyond. Very, very excited for the upcoming bull cycle in 2026. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. We'll try to be streaming again tomorrow. And if we're not streaming tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. PST or around that time, we will see you either the day after or the day after that. We're trying to stream daily, Monday through Friday, but this time of the year is my busiest freaking year. So I'm grateful for the understanding. Hopefully this gives you enough to chew on. Stuff that we are watching. We are watching the NTT data videos, right? The Awakening of Industries videos. If you guys have not viewed that is like assigned viewing. We are currently reading, we just finished reading this book called The Machine Stops. We are now reading A Brave New World. And TV shows Severance, right? We're watching Severance, interesting sci-fi flick with a little comedy and a little bit of drama in there as well. Always keeping our minds fresh and limber and trying to unplug as much as possible, right? Trying not to use these social media platforms, trying not to leak so much of our data to them, because this is going to be the problem that comes up that leads to digital identity, guys. There's going to be a data leak that compromises a lot of people's data. People are going to be more cautious about everything, their usage of their things, right? Their usage of water, food, right? When we go into this eco-friendly green revolution, the usage of our data, right? People will be cautious of that, right? So, very, very, I'm just trying to get myself mentally, spiritually, and physically prepared for this last half of our decade here. So, anyways, much love to all of y'all. I'll see you guys in the next one. Once again, not a financial advisor, not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. I am always wrong, but the Blue Foundation is always right. This is the worst show with the best community, and I am always grateful. In the description below, you guys can use our referral code for the Ember app where you mine passive Satoshis with us. We've been killing it on the predictions through that, but also mining passive Satoshis. We also have our Coinbase ID in there if anybody wants to donate money or, donate coffee money to us of cryptos. We are always grateful, guys. Thank you, Blue Foundation. Thank you, Green Giants. And thank you, Deep Red Alliance. The future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. Our future is bright. Oh my gosh, our future is bright. We got the golden eyes, and we keep it crypto. I'm going to keep trying if you guys keep trying. And I'll see you guys in the Blue Castle. Much love. Adios.